it is a tremendous honor and privilege of mine to accept the nomination to run as Governor Denault's vice presidential candidate. The time has come for me to define for you what the Denault-Dixon administration will and can do for you, America. Senator Williams is not the best choice for America. Senator Williams and Governor Chadwick are going to state promising people over politics, but their true campaign message has shown itself through the smoke. It is no surprise that Williams and Chadwick both prefer the policies of profit over the public, and they will go to great lengths to hide those policies, choices, and trick American public in voting for them. But that is not how the Denault-Dixon campaign will run. It will not be how we will run this country. The time has come for us to grasp on the full problems of that this country faces and fix them completely, not just half-heartedly. We need solutions to these issues, not just a quick fix that glosses over the effects for now and passes the true burden on to the next generation. We need to focus on what is true and going to fix this country and get us back to being prosperous and a leading nation. And as a wife of a soldier in Iraq, I truly understand the need for national security. Our national security is dependent on research and funding, and we need to be prepared for anything that could happen to us. We need to know how to prevent a serious attack from happening. We need to be able to guarantee our citizens are safe. We need to continue to fund military research. No one knows more about how to protect this country from threats better than the military. It does not make sense to discontinue military research when every single member of the military risks their lives on a daily basis. I've also seen how conflicts have changed and how our military must change with them. Gone are the days of a Cold War, where two nations would meet at a battlefield and attempt to obliterate one another. The greatest threat to the security of both our great nation and the world now lies in splinter groups and rogue nations hidden in the shadows. We need a more slim, agile military that is tolerant to meet these new kinds of threats. The national crime rate is on a rise and will continue to rise until something gets done. It is time to get strict, America, and by no means am I standing here saying we need to take guns away from our people. What I am saying is we need rules, regulations, and restrictions. We need to prevent from selling weapons to mass murderers, rapists, robbers, and anyone else who could bring harm to innocent people. It is the job of the government to protect their people, and any kind of government that allows harmful weapons to individuals to purchase and possibly even carry around is not a good government. It is ridiculous to allow a tragic event to happen before taking action to stop it. It is time to start taking preventative measures to protect the citizens of the United States. And the main way is to place restriction on purchasing, owning, and carrying guns. I want to make this very clear. The Denault-Dixon administration is not out to take the guns or gun rights away from anyone. We just want to make sure that our police aren't outgunned by the streets. Education is the single biggest factor in determining the future of the United States. Our education system will determine the type of society we will be, our economic success, and ultimately, even our national security. Education is our silver bullet. It is the solution to our economic crisis. It is the answer to the problems of prejudice and discrimination that still plagues us today. Education, not reckless tax cuts from the rich, for the rich, that is what will lift the people out of poverty and drive a true and lasting economic recovery. Governor Denault and I believe that education is a fundamental right to all Americans, not just the few who can afford it. We need to set a national curriculum, one that sets high standards for math and science. We need to ensure our students are well equipped when they enter our universities and post-high school systems. We need to have math and science skills that are needed to compete in the global economy. Most importantly, we need to make sure that our students are not abandoned by the school system. see this every day. The school choice has a lottery that students enter and win to get to pick what school they can attend. While this system has been a boom for the students, what about those students who cannot pick? If we begin to siphon money for public schools and systems for vouchers and other choice activities, we simply leave out the children who can't afford to select those better schools. And the Governor Denault and I find that simply unacceptable. We need to find a way to improve our schools, not just choose the chosen few. Senator Williams' school choices programs is just another many of his platitudes over solution policies. Politicians like Tyler Williams and Tim Chadwick are ones that the American people have been trying to remove from office for years. They are the type of politicians that we are tired of. Just like the past representation, they have led a slick campaign full of false promises and all the lines and words you want to hear. They make it seem like once they get in office, they will make new policies that benefit the people and give back to you like you deserve. However, they too are like all other Republican politicians who have fooled you in the past. They will get into office and do nothing but disappoint you. They will use their position to push policies and agendas that will benefit their wallets, as well as big businesses and the riches, and leave the rest of you out in the cold. But Governor Denault and I are rather truly committed to the people. I believe our services and our constituents help back us up. We are tired, just like you, of normal everyday politics that run this great country into the dirt. We have seen that Senator Williams' position of Wall Street over Mainstream and the super wealthy over the poor and middle class, and the profits over everything else, serve only to take America back down the path of economic turmoil, offering half-baked solutions to problems to favor the rich and powerfully distinguished as empowerment might be a good way to get elected, but it is a terrible way to govern it, and we can't afford it. It is time for this country to get back. Governor Denault and I want to be the first and only who are able to do this. We are ready to take the step up and the task. It is a long road, America, one that will require many changes, but I promise you, America, it is nothing but success.